In this episode of Fictional Hangover, we talk about a black hole of sarcasm and a paradox of fucks, being committed to the bit, excelling at eating and napping, and why, for the love of all that is holy, did he peel that peach? In our discussion of Full Speed to a Crash Landing by Beth Revis. Oh my god, the peach.
The peach.
Oh. Weirds me out. Hey everybody, welcome to Fictional Hangover, a podcast about young adult and new adult, and sometimes other books, series, authors, voice actors, and illustrators as full of spoilers. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Claire, and today we're going to discuss Full Speed to a Crash Landing by Beth Revis.
Standard disclaimer. If you haven't read this book, please remember that Fictional Hangover is all about spoilers. If you haven't read or listened and don't want to be spoiled, stop listening to us and go read or listen to the book. Listen to it especially, then come back. If you haven't done this but want to pretend that you have, or if you don't care about spoilers, or if you just like the show so much that you don't care about any of that, then listen up.
Yeah.
But the audio is so good.
The audio. Treat yourself in this year of 2025 to a good audio book.
Yes, indeed. And then one day you will be like us and listen to all of the audiobooks. And then you will change the speed and you will listen to things very quickly. And you will become us. And then you will go back and you will listen to Iron Flame. And you'll be like, oh, now I get it. Oh, I get it. It's gross. And we'll be like, yeah, we told you so. That's how
a long-term plan. That is a very long-term plan.
It is, and that's how I want to start 2025. Yeah, I told you so.
Yeah, 2025 is the year of I told you so.
Yes. 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 Happy New Year, everyone. Today is the day, isn't it? I don't know what days are. I don't know what time is.
Today is 2025. That is all I know. But not for us, because we're recording this a little beforehand. We're not live.
Why did you say that out loud, Claire? We were faking it so well.
We weren't faking it very well at all. I think it's pretty obvious that, it's not being recorded live. What I would like to say is, welcome to a new year of book club challenges. This month is
Indeed.
Don't blow my cover. Read a book with a spy or a secret agent or someone undercover or in disguise. And this one fits the bill.
We've got so many of those coming up.
Yes.
So many.
I like it when we kind of go hard on a theme.
Yes.
Not every month, because that's a lot of pressure. Right. And we've done that before and it was stressful. And
it was. But you know what? It was also really fun. That 1 month with all the shipwrecks. That one
just
was
before
good.
You were going on a cruise.
While I was on the cruise reading them. Oh.
Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. I like that.
No, it was horrible. It's fine.
Anywho, that's not background information. You've got background information.
I do have background information.
I insist.
So, the acknowledgements of this book say that it was written out of spite.
100% there for that.
So I investigated, and I just want to say, whoever this guy is, fuck him. He's the worst.
Oh my god, what a dick. I don't even know anything, but I hear him already.
Okay, so I found Beth's Ask Me Anything on Reddit, and she mentions the spite interaction. So I'm just going to read this little bit for you.
Thank you.
So, last year, I was at Phoenix Fan Fusion. Lovely convention, had a blast. But there was one person who was abhorrent to me. Just totally rude.
Word.
He basically implied that I couldn't write, needed to go back to the basics, and that I could not possibly write something short, snappy, and attention-grabbing. Basically, just totally dismissing my decade-long career and all my past successes as a fluke. I was in a public place where I was a guest of the convention, so I just had to keep my lips tightly shut and just smile and nod politely. Immediately after this, I basically ran back to my hotel room and started writing this book out of pure spite. The fact that it is now published and the editor who bought it told me I did all the things this jerkwad said I couldn't do makes it so much sweeter than anything I could have said to his face.
That is a level of pettiness we can only aspire to.
I mean, we're made of spite. So we have to appreciate it. It's so beautiful. Like,
it's
oh yeah,
poetic.
Fuck you.
It's poetic.
Yes.
Do you know what? Like, if she clapped back at him at the convention, she would have been well within her right. I'm like, I'm sorry, mate. Oh, the mate's come out.
Mate,
See,
mate.
I'm sorry, mate, but can you show me your catalogue of trad published books?
Yeah.
No.
Excuse me. No? Did you write for the Star Wars universe?
Did you basically create the Rogue One mythology? No.
Nah.
No, that's right, you didn't, because you're some low-life cretin who lives in his mum's basement and smells of bad cheese.
Don't even put cheese together with this guy. He smells like an armpit. He smells like an armpit with an asshole.
He smells like serial killer breath.
Gross.
I'm watching a Netflix documentary on the Night Stalker, and the Night Stalker had very bad breath and rotten teeth. So he's got serial killer breath.
Great.
Yeah.
Let's skip ahead
Waiter.
to initial thoughts.
Unlike that cretin, Beth does good sci-fi.
She's so good.
She does the cheese toasty. She does the grilled cheese of sci-fi.
Yes.
Imagine if her and Jackson Ford had a book baby together.
That would be amazing. And
I would nom that shit right up.
Yes. It's interesting that you mentioned Jackson Ford because he, in his latest newsletter, released like his favorite books of the year, and this was one of his favorite books. It's so amazing that you said that. Like, they need to become best friends.
If they do, we need to hook them up.
Really so good. With so many fucks. It will be.
Oh my god, all the fucks. All the fucks.
It would be so good.
I think it would actually create a paradox of fucks.
It might.
There would be so much sarcasm that it would open a black hole. A black hole of sarcasm and a paradox of fucks.
Yes.
Oh my god, I need this in my life.
I need it. Even just like a short story. I'd be fine with that.
Write an anthology together.
They could. Oh, so good. I love Beth. She's so good. And we need to have her on to discuss, the end of this trilogy or the second book in the trilogy or all.
I got lost in her back catalogue when I was looking at other ones, and there's a few that I need to read.
Yeah, she's got a picture book that recently came out too, and it's Han and Leia's wedding, I think.
She's got a witchy one as well.
It's a picture book. She's so good.
I want to read the Museum of Magic. I was going through. I was like, that looks really, really good. We're not at the recommendations bit though yet.
No, we're not. We have a whole episode to get through first. So let's blast
off.
Yes. Ada Lamar is in trouble. Her ship, Glory, has a huge fucking hole in the side, and she's down to just 10% in her oxygen tank. There's another ship nearby, but it has not responded to her distress signals. Finally, with like 1% left in her tank, the Halifax calms her. She asks them to open one of their airlock doors, and she jumps, luckily making it to the other ship with the help of her jetpacks just before she completely runs out of oxygen and passes out.
Ooh. Oh, so close to a first chapter murder.
So close.
So close.
Right there.
We don't want Ada to die though. Instead, Ada wakes with people staring down at her. The captain of the Halifax, presumably the first mate, a handsome new plain guy, and a medic called Nandina. Ada is carried by First to the med bay and checked over. She's remarkably fine. Nandina hooks up Ada's oxygen tank to refill it and tries to hook up her jetpack, but it is a special kind. Get this, it's a Jackson jet. Very expensive. And doesn't require refueling. No one seems impressed. I am. Yeah, that's 2. Not even the handsomely plain guy, whose name is Rain White. When she's released from medbay, they all go to eat.
After lots of lentils and spinach. Real food, not worms, everyone, because that's what she has been eating, reconstituted worms. That's a disgusting thing. Plus some smooth law talking. The captain of the Halifax, Ursula, decides that Ada can stay as a refugee. Ada offers her help scavenging the ship that crashed below on the protoplanet, what brought them all there, but she is denied. They don't quite believe that Ada is there to scavenge. After all, no one is supposed to know about that ship, the Roundabout, but here she is. There are no restrictions on scavenging since the government hasn't declared that ship off limits, but they clearly sent the Halifax for something. Ada says she scavenged the wreckage for scrap metal, but Ryan seems curious.
They talk about the Roundabout crashed below and how Ryan and the Halifax seem to be looking for something specific, and they don't seem worried that Ada might have already retrieved it. She wonders what it could be, but she changes the topic of conversation to the fact it's only ever people like them who leave things behind, ships, trash, other scrap, and that one day maybe the protoplanet beneath them might grow into a world with sentient life, and archaeologists might discover the Roundabout in millions of years and know they're not alone in the universe. That'd be so cool.
It's kind of beautiful.
I like it. It's creepy as well.
Yeah, it is. Ada retrieves her spacesuit and jetpack, removed during her time in the medbay. Everything she'd need to leave the ship, if she had to. Nandina questions her, but that suit and her pack are all she has. So Nandina understands. Ada asks her for a data recorder so she can take down her thoughts, and is given one without hesitation. It fits neatly into a tiny pocket on the front of her suit.
Gee, Amanda, why would you mention something like that?
I don't know. It's not important at all.
No. Okay, well, let's just move on. Soon, 2 others arrive back on the ship from the wreckage below. Saraswati and Magnuson. Saraswati is much nicer than Magnuson, and Ada introduces herself as the newest member of their crew. Captain Ursula shoots that down immediately, and before the 2 newcomers can be debriefed, Ryan escorts Ada away. They end up on the bridge where Ada spots some key places to hide important things that she makes note of. She toys with her earring that is actually a secret recorder, thinking she could take it out and retrieve it later, full of secret conversations. But Ryan might notice it's missing. He questions Ada about the hole in her ship, and she comes clean. Ada says she might have found some expensive fuel cells on the Roundabout, and, she might have just taken one, but it had a hairline fracture, and she didn't realise until it was too late, and then she had a giant hole in the side of her ship.
Wah wah. They go to eat and are joined by the rest of the crew. They discuss where they came from, Sol Earth, the original, Centauri Earth, Rigel Earth, or Gliese Earth, and how the original Earth is basically a garbage heap now, with some locations active with tourism. Garbage tourism. Ada is from Earth, and so is Magnuson. Ursula is from Gliese Earth, the worst, most pretentious one. Ryan is probably from Rigel Earth, and Saraswati is from Centauri Earth. Ryan asks if Ada knows Jane Irwin, and she's like, no, just because I'm from Earth doesn't mean I know everyone there. Magnuson reacts to the question, but no one suspects that Ada has any idea what's going on. Good. She's finally able to convince them all that she can help them retrieve whatever it is they're looking for, because it's small and probably somewhere dangerous.
Ryan takes Ada to his room and shows her a scan of the wreckage and points out where he's certain what they are searching for has landed. It ejected from the ship in the crash and is perched precariously on a ledge over a river of lava, because of course it would be. Ada explains that her suit and her Jackson jetpack are, in probably not at all Star Wars reference, but you know, who are we kidding here? It's Beth Revis, their only hope.
When they arrive on the protoplanet, full of earthquakes and volcanoes and lava rivers, they see the ship teetering into its crevice, which isn't good.
Crevice is an amazing word, by the way.
It really is. I like crevice, but I also like crevasse.
I love crevasse.
I like crevasse.
Yes.
Ada and Magnuson investigate the ship, and Magnuson begins communicating through sign language with Ada. Most space explorers know some sign language in case their comm units are impaired, but he asks her again if she knows Jane. Jane isn't a person, but a code word for a pro-Earth movement. And yes, Ada has worked with them before. He also asks about the Jara, a group of bloodthirsty freedom fighters, and she shuts that down quick. They are no good. They go back to speaking out loud about retrieving the box they've come to get, and the recorder box if they can find it. Magnuson and Saraswati go off in search of something else, while Ada goes after the precariously perched box.
Ada manages to grab the box while earthquakes happen around her, causing the temperature to increase and making her jetpack unstable. She removes the item, which turns out to be an external drive. Very important to billions of people on Earth, Ryan says, from the box to secure it to her little pocket and to the recorder, and it's also conveniently in there. Oh. Ada tells Ryan over the comms that she can't use her jetpack to fly out of the crevasse, so she's going to have to climb, which will take a long time. Checking her sensors, she sees that the outside temperature is dangerously high, but her temperature is stable. Her download is at 2%, and her jetpack is on standby. She begins to climb.
The climb takes a lot of time, which is good, and effort, which is not so good, but Ada has to do it. She and Ryan discuss needing a key to access the drive she retrieved and where it might be, and he sends Magnuson to look for it in the cargo hold like Ada suggests. She knew they were looking for it while she went after the box because it's also very important, but not as important as the drive. As she continues climbing, Ryan asks about her worst job, and she decides to tell him the truth. It's a story about a ghost ship where everyone died because a tiny, simple O-ring cracked, and it changed her life completely.
Ada finishes the climb, and the transfer finishes too. When she reaches the top of the cliff, Saraswati and Magnuson are there with Ryan, but they don't have much time to celebrate their survival, so Saraswati alerts them that a volcano is about to erupt, so they rush their shuttle back to the Halifax. They take off just in time to see the nose of the ship fall into the lava river.
Back on the Halifax, Captain Ursula is surprised about something. Maybe that Ada willingly risked her life on the climb with the drive, or that she easily handed it over. It is locked away and protected now. Ada wonders if anyone other than Ryan, and herself, knows about what is on the drive. She has to convince him that she doesn't know. But she also has to eat, and that's way more important right now. They have actual, real chicken and potatoes and butter and green beans to celebrate retrieving the drive, and they all toast Ada, which makes her feel uncomfortable. She wishes they could all actually be friends, and with Ryan, she wishes for more, just for the night.
When Ada sits down for more food after everyone else has finished, Ryan takes her to his room. He gives her a peach. A real, fresh, actual peach from his family's heirloom luxury food farm on Rigel Earth. It's not a euphemism. It's a genuine peach. He tells Ada that what she did was important, but doesn't tell her why. Luckily, she already knows, but pretends to piece things together as she eats the peach.
The peeled peach, though.
It's a peeled peach. Why did you peel?
Come back to this. Come back to this, Oz. Peeled peach. What the fuck? Stop it, jeez.
Stop it. Why?
Ryan has told her that the drive was important for Earth, and she muses that it must be something to restore the polluted atmosphere or clean up the polluted oceans or something, and that the key isn't just a key, but another part of whatever it is that will do the cleaning. Probably nanobots. And probably the roundabout is going to test the nanobot device and make sure it works before it is taken to Earth. Ryan says that he has worked hard to make sure this equipment is freely available and in the hands of the government. Oh my God, Ryan, fuck the government. And not something sold to the highest bidder. But Ada knows the government is the worst, and that none of this is going to work out the way Ryan believes it will.
Ryan.
Fuck, man. Peeling peaches, trusting the government.
Idiot. The next day, Ryan finds Ada at the airlock, thinking she's readying herself to go back down to the remains of the roundabout to search for the key. They talk of bravery, but Ada's convinced bravery doesn't exist, only survival exists. Ryan reveals that he's learned of Ada's past, and sure, she's committed some petty crimes. Who hasn't, Ada? Who hasn't? And also some not so petty ones. Again, who hasn't? Like, hacking the advertising system for the entire European continent. Ryan calls her an anarchist, but she's not. She's a realist who doesn't believe the government is effective, and she doesn't trust it to do what is right. Before they leave to suit up for the next trip, Ada kisses Ryan, knowing it's the right thing to do.
As they're about to head down to the wreckage, Ada turns back, telling Nandina that she needs to get her data recorder. Ryan seems startled that she has one. She says she'll be right back, but she's lying. Instead of going to her room, she goes to the airlock. The data recorder is still in her pocket where it's always been. Ryan arrives thinking she's stolen the drive, but she hasn't. She's just copied everything on it onto her recorder. He asks her about needing the key, but she tells him he's asking the wrong questions and that he should ask Magnuson why there were no bodies found in the wreckage of the roundabout. The airlock opens and Ada leaves.
On board Glory, Ada seals herself in the front, perfectly undamaged part of the ship. Ryan is trying to calm her, but she ignores him. She thinks of the perfect timing of the Halifax's arrival, 3 days after she arrived at the roundabout. Her client paid her to pay the crew to abandon their ship, and she made sure they all escaped safely. She has the key to the drive the entire time, and staged her damaged ship and her rescue by the Halifax to get the data from the drive. Now it's time for her to move on to the next part of her plan.
Okay, so that's technically the end of the book. But then there's lots of frustrating notes from Ryan to various members of various government agencies with lots of delightful footnotes that basically leave him where he started. He had no idea Ada was capable of what she pulled off, stealing the information on the drive, taking the nanobot prototype, retrieving the key for the drive, sabotaging her own ship, or who she's working with. He knows he's going to be the one who stops her, though. He's pretty sure she's on her way to a charity event where she's probably going to steal something important.
Like his heart.
Oh, oh man.
I really enjoyed the last bit when you could tell Ryan's getting more and more frustrated.
I know,
and wound up by everything.
Especially that one footnote that's just fuck. Oh, I love it. Oh, so good. Fuck. It's amazing.
Again, it comes back to a black hole of sarcasm and a paradox of fucks.
Yes. Oh. So good. Okay. Do we have any announcements that we need to make? I feel like we don't. I feel like we don't have any announcements this time.
We are amazing.
That is a good announcement to make, and I agree. So everyone enjoy this promo from another podcast.
What's up, fellow book nerds? It's time to feed your fiction shelf addiction. Hear book club style roundtables, bookish chats, and more. Join Tamara and her friends for fantasy and thriller read-alongs and other shenanigans over on the Shelf Addiction podcast. Listen now on your podcatcher of choice. Subscribe for free, and you too can have a shelf addiction.
I love everything about this book.
Yeah.
Every single thing.
What a way to start 2025 off.
I know. It's so good. But have we set ourselves up for failure?
No, we've set ourselves up for the success of 2025 being good. Yeah, you know when you go to work and that first person that you interact with kind of sets the tone for the day. And if it's a good interaction, it's a good day. If it's bad interaction, it's a shitty day. Well, this was a good book. This was a great book. This was sweet, delicious Beth Revis sci-fi. Nom 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 nom.
Yes.
It mentioned cheese.
So much.
It's full of sarcasm and fucks.
Yes.
We have set ourselves up for success, I say.
We really have. We really have. And you know what? If we ever cover a book that is not our cup of tea, we can be like, well, at least we talked about Full Speed to a Crash Landing.
If we talk about something that's not our cup of tea, at least we're diversifying our reading.
That's true, because everything that we read is just a banger, 100%. And so if we read something that we don't like, well, you're right, we're diversifying.
And just because we don't like it doesn't mean somebody else won't like it.
That's true. There's lots of there's lots of things that you like that I absolutely hate. So, and the same.
Exactly.
The same flipped over. There's lots of stuff that I like that you hate, so it's fine.
I do enjoy it when we have one where we have very opposing opinions of the book.
Yes.
It's not often it happens.
No.
But I do enjoy it. We're like, but why?
But why?
But in this case, it's not a but why.
It's
not.
It's a
but yes.
But yes.
But yes.
But yes. Oh. So good. There was not a page of this book that I didn't like. And the audiobook,
I think I listened to it entirely. It's not a long audiobook. It's only 5 hours?
I think it's maybe less than that. It's
I did in one sitting.
Yeah.
And I remember I messaged you at one point saying 10% in. I was like, yeah, I'm 60% in. And yeah, cheese.
Yes. Oh,
I think the cheese was mentioned at 69%. Nice. Yeah. It was a good day. I think I was baking as well, and I was just doing some Christmas prep.
Yeah.
Listening to delicious Beth Revis sci-fi.
Yes.
I keep affiliating food analogies to Beth Revis's books.
Yeah.
But it's because they are so enjoyable.
They are.
They are edible. They are so palatable that she doesn't write inaccessible sci-fi.
No.
It's a good story. It just happens to be in space.
Yes. And there's also cheese. And ice cream.
Cheese.
And peaches.
Peaches. Let's talk about the peaches.
Oh, why? Why did he peel the peach? I have never heard of anyone ever peeling a peach. I mean, I guess the ones that come in cans are peeled.
Exactly. Canned peaches.
Yes, and she's like, excuse me, that is not a peach. Peaches are slimy and orange, and they come from a can. And he's like, nah, here, this is a real peach. And then he peels it. Why?
I'm offended.
I was also offended by peeling the peach.
Do not.
That was my surprise, actually. And it was, I believe, in all capital letters, why did he peel the peach?
Same. Again in all caps. Lots of question marks and exclamation points.
Why?
And then finish with the, you weirdo.
Yeah. Why? Why did you do
I feel
that?
like with Ryan, I need to go, mate.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get the peeling of the peach. But if that one weird ass thing is the only question I have about this book, it's very good.
True.
It was so good.
It was. I enjoyed it. I'm so glad that you found it.
Yes, me too. It's been it's been on my want to read for a long time, and when I went back to my to be read list on Goodreads, I was thinking I need a couple more books to finish out my yearly goal. What can I read? And then that was there, and it was a short book. So I thought, oh, okay, here it is. Yeah, I'll just read this. And then I read Jackson Ford's newsletter and I was like, holy fuck, that's weird. And then I replied back to his newsletter and said, yeah, I'm like reading book 2 now. And he's like, what? There's a book 2? And I was like, yes, it was just published. And so he was like, okay, on it. But I'm so glad. I'm so glad that I went back through my TBR.
Beth Revis is she's the same as T. Kingfisher. We need to read more.
We do need to read more. I appreciate that lots of her stuff is sci-fi set in space. We don't do a whole lot of space stuff, and I really, really like space stuff.
I really enjoy sci-fi. I feel like we say this exact same thing every time we cover a sci-fi book.
Yeah,
we
it's
say
like,
how much we enjoy sci-fi.
Yeah.
Then why don't we do some more? Well, we've got book 2 of this.
That's true. We've got book 2 and book 3 soon.
So, it's happening.
And, you know, really, we got all the rest of the Gideon the Ninth series that we need to read as well.
We do. They are sitting behind me looking at me right now going, mm-hmm.
Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Hi. I'm here. I exist.
Yeah.
Lesbian necromancers in space.
But my aviators have been kidnapped by my cheese.
I'm not sorry about that.
No. You did send me the cheese.
I did.
Next to my pickle witch. And my potato.
Yes.
There's part of us that kind of wishes we covered this book in book club, like the series. I think it's a short, snappy series that
there's
our
nothing
regular book club people would enjoy. So I'm going to say,
it's like there's nothing
guys,
stopping us.
Exactly. Read this book, and then join us on Discord. I think we'll repost the link to Discord in the stories again.
Yeah, we need to get more people involved in our Discord. I think last year we started out strong with Wayward Children, and then Wayward Children just lasted a long time.
That's the problem when you cover a very long series.
Yeah, but at least with that series, you know, every book was different. It was amazing. It was a great series. But you know, we need to read more things. We need to read different things. So,
well, we are returning with Vampire Book Club because we're doing the Parasol Protectorate.
Yes, we are doing the Parasol Protectorate, and then, you know, we're going to discuss other things because that's only 5 books? 4 books?
5 books.
5 books. 5 books. It's only 5 books long, so we got other things to read throughout the rest of the year. But you're more than welcome to join us on Discord and talk about anything that we've talked about or haven't talked about or should talk about or whatever. Just join us on Discord and talk about stuff. Doesn't even necessarily have to be books. That's what we know. but join us.
It
Join
does
us
a
on
key
Discord.
purpose.
Yeah.
But yes.
Yes.
Anywho. Let's talk about this book.
I don't know how to describe how much I love it other than just
very much.
Yeah. It's so good. I love the fact that, of course, you know, Ada's up to something the whole time.
Oh, hell yeah.
But you don't know how up to something she is until the end. And it's so good. And she's like, yeah.
You know, in a TV series or in a movie, especially in a heist one, like, I'm thinking, like I think the last time was something like Ocean's 8, the Sandra Bullock Ocean's movie, which I really enjoy, and, you know, suddenly it kind of, like, highlights all of the key pieces and things that you might have missed, but it was integral for the heist to be pulled off. I felt like this is the same thing. It's like Ada's going through the airlock, and all of a sudden you see date recorder and pick in her pocket. You see this, that, the other, and you're like, played the entire time.
Yeah.
And you spend the entire time going, come on, what's the red herring?
Yeah.
It's less of a murder mystery kind of red herrings, all like being peppered with it. Everything's there, and it's very, as the reader in your face, it's very there, but you're kind of like trying to fit the puzzle pieces together in the correct order, rather than trying to delve through the misinformation. This is why I kind of like these kind of sci-fis or these type of genres where it's like the spy kind of genre, the detective genre, where you're not swamped with so much misinformation and so many bad red herrings. You don't have to wade through that. Everything is there. You just need to figure out how the puzzle pieces connect together. Yeah. That's what I like. Not a load of shit that I have to wade through. I like seeing all the pieces and trying to puzzle it together. And that's what you get. And then when you pay off at the end, and then when you get Ryan's voice messages, and then the fuck. You're like, it's paid off again.
I really love how committed she is to this whole thing, too. Like, she could have refilled her oxygen tank at the beginning, but she didn't. And she got down to, like, literally 0 oxygen in her tank. Like, I mean...
She's committed to the bit.
She is, but, like, man, you don't have to fill it up all the way, but put a couple of extra percent in there.
But then I don't think... If she'd been in 5%... that 5% could have lasted her easily another hour or something. I don't know. It doesn't sell.
Yeah, but it's so dangerous. What if they hadn't picked her up? What if she had missed the door?
It's the whole point of the heist. You've got to be committed 100% to the bit.
Yeah. And she is.
Oh, she is.
She is.
You don't find out who her employer is in this one, though. I don't recall. So I'm
no.
Like, ooh, who is it?
Yes. Yeah. Spoiler alert, I have already read book 2. I read it immediately upon finishing book 1.
Oh, don't you see, I don't do that. Because I know...
Well, Claire, we didn't decide... I had to convince you. I mean, it wasn't hard. It wasn't hard. It wasn't hard to convince you.
You had to convince me. You sent a message saying, "Let's cover this Beth Revis book. It's really good," and I just sent a message back saying, "Okay."
Yeah, but normally we don't do that sort of stuff. Like, it's 1 week before our new episode, and I'm like, Claire, fuck all of our plans. Let's talk about this book instead. Don't normally do that. So.
But generally speaking, it still ends up with an okay.
Yeah. I literally, I think that's all you said. I was like, hey, I want to do this book instead. And I'm pretty sure you literally just responded with, okay.
I'm going to have to check out my messages.
Yeah. I know. But it was so good. And I wasn't expecting us to flip right around and put it on the schedule and start talking about it, which is why I went ahead and read book 2. Like, I read everything that we talk about on the show a couple of times most of the time because, like, it's something, Claire, I read this book in February, but we need to talk about it. So it's like, okay, we'll read it. We'll do it again. Or like Soulless, we've read those books 100 times. Or Twilight. I've read that. I don't know how many times I've read Twilight.
It took us far too long to do Twilight.
Yeah,
we've both of us read Twilight so much times. That's bad English. Mm-hmm. So many times. I'm disgusted it took us so long.
Yeah, me too. Anyway, so I wasn't expecting the immediate turnaround and to immediately discuss it on the show. So that's why I read book 2 immediately. But I shouldn't have, because book 3 doesn't come out for a few months, and now I gotta wait. But it's okay, because they're so short.
I didn't say
What did you say?
So you said,
yes,
this just in, I want to cover Beth Revis' High Speed to Crash Landing in January. The main character's doing sneaky things. It counts. Book 2 just came out a week or so ago. Book 3 comes out in April. My response, sounds good. Ooh, only 4 hours. Nice.
Sounds good. Yeah.
It would have been, to be fair, I would have also accepted mint.
Yes. Yes. Mint is peppered throughout our conversations.
Yeah. Mint.
Yeah. I don't know what else to talk about in our discussion.
it's really difficult because it's such a short book, and I feel like it's definitely one of the, again, I'm just going to repeat again, this is one that you need to read and experience as well. It's such a good story. The audiobook, absolute mwah, chef's kiss.
Yes.
Or the ebook or the physical copy, read it. They're
fantastic.
fantastic.
The physical copy's great. Just the end of it, you know how I feel about epistolary stuff with like actual documents and actual footage and things. That's in the that exists.
Perfect. Love it. And then just come and join us on Discord to talk about it, because honestly, I need to know what people think. I need to think, why peel the peach?
Why peel the peach? Also, like, we need to talk about her dedication to what she's doing. I know that I mentioned the air tank being literally empty, but also the climbing of the lava cliff, because
she had a Jackson jet. She did not need to climb no lava jet.
She did not need that. And the fact that
she did need to do a download, though.
She did, and that download took a long time. So, like, I love it. She's committed. She is. I hope
she put a freaking hole in her ship.
Yeah,
and she loves glory.
She loves glory. I hope she's getting very well paid.
And I want to know, being paid by who? And what is on that data recorder? I'm so intrigued. So intrigued. I can't wait to read book 2. And now that we've talked about it, I can, in fact, read book 2. I do have to finish the next summary.
Yeah.
60% of that, though.
That's amazing. Do we have anything else that we can discuss? I feel like... How did you feel about the slight romancy feelings between Ada and Ryan?
Ryan obviously has the hots for her. Ada is down to fuck.
Yes.
That's my hot take. She's not in it for a committed relationship. She just wants to,
I don't know, though, because she's very committed to a lot of the things that she does.
Yeah, but...
So maybe...
I don't know if she'll want to tie herself down to one man. I think, she's in a dangerous line of work. She's away from places for a very, very long period of time. Yeah. So unless he's going to join her in her illicit life of illegal heisting, it's not happening. I don't know.
I liked all the pauses between all of those words.
I was trying to think of snappy words, but as I said last night to the hubby, I'm on holiday right now. I have literally shut my brain down. Yeah, I'm not being paid to think.
That's fine. No.
So words no come easy, like mate. Mate. And plus, I'm sorry, but actually, I think Ryan, bit of a wet fish.
You think he's a wet fish?
I'm like, I think he's a wham bam, thank you ma'am, I'm going out the airlock now. You would literally, go home with him and then sneak out while he's still asleep and do the walk of shame.
Yeah, probably.
And get a really nice cream cheese bagel on the way home.
I feel really bad right now because for some reason my brain went to some really weird places after shaving the peach, and that he might be into some really serious stuff that we don't know about because he peeled that peach.
He might be a bit mayfly. He's a mayfly.
He might be. But yeah, I tried to conceal it on my face, and so I don't think anyone watching will have noticed it, but man, my brain just went, oh, stop it.
It was like you started twitching, like there was a glitch in the Matrix.
Yeah, and that glitch in the Matrix was a peeled peach, and the sexual connotations behind it. Stop it. Stop it.
So we're agreeing that Ada's our favourite character. I'm just moving on. You are literally glitching right now.
I am. Yes.
Stop it.
Yes, Ada. Ada is definitely favorite character.
I feel like we both relate to Ada in some way.
Yes. For me, it's the sarcasm, and for you,
Yes.
I believe it is the cheese.
Yes, but I freaking love some sarcasm.
I know you do. But you love cheese more than I love cheese.
I freaking love cheese.
So you deserve the cheese connection.
I had a really nice, some smoked cheese today. It was very nice. I had it for breakfast because, like I say, I'm on holiday.
Right? Who even knows what?
I don't even know what day of the week it is anymore.
I have no idea. So good. Okay. Should we move on to favorite final thought quote?
Right. Can we do this without plagiarism?
No.
Oh. Okay. I'm going to give you 4.
Okay.
And then stop.
Okay.
Because dang. Just everybody read the book. But okay.
Please read the book. Everyone, please. Please. It's available on Hoopla, your favorite library app. Also, Libby is fine too, but it's available on Hoopla.
Okay. Sarcasm is so sexy.
So good.
I feel like I'm playing book or real life. Not moving is a pastime of mine I'm particularly fond of. Is there going to be cheese? Because I'd scale a cliff for cheese. How can you not be sure about cheese?
Claire, not a one of those. They're all something that you would say. They're all something you probably have said.
Yes. Right, you go before I start.
I actually picked some semi-serious ones.
Boring.
I know.
Boo.
Oh. The last thing I think before it all goes black is fuck. Ooh. Okay. This one is definitely me. I just leave it to me to develop a crush on the enemy. Ooh.
Yeah.
It's me. Let's go back to the ship and get something to eat. And by something, I mean everything.
Yeah.
Okay. Finally, one that is semi-serious. It's so hard to live and so easy to die.
Oh.
It's very good.
Oh.
Very, very good.
I think you're forgetting, though, the one quote where, again, it epitomizes
There is one that I thought that we should share. Would you like to share it with anyone?
No, you share it with the class.
I'm a good scavenger, but I'll be honest. And here it is, friends. Where I really excel at in life is in eating and napping.
Yes.
Both of us.
I'm sorry, but none of these quotes aren't us in some way, shape, or form. This is why it feels like Ada is us.
Ada is us. We are Ada. Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Is it time?
It is.
Is it time?
Space pew. Pew, 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 pew. We asked on social media, you've been in space a heck of a long time. You've been eating worms or dust or trash. But you're given the option. Would you rather have a real peach or ice cream. We have not talked about the nature of the peach being peeled or not, because Ryan, you're nasty.
And then it gets oddly sexual in my head.
Yeah. Okay, moving on. On Facebook, 58% said ice cream. On Instagram, 54% said ice cream. On TikTok, 56% said real peach. And Threads was straight up 50-50. And we do have quite a few comments, so let's dive into those. Claire on Facebook said, I can't have normal ice cream, and after so long eating crap, I'd want all the juicy vitamins.
Katrina on Facebook said, ice cream for sure. Whenever I've been deprived of sweet stuff too long, I crave it. But also, I went to Ponton's in 2017. The food options were dire. They had greasy chippy or a place selling dried out hamburgers and hot dogs. After 3 days there, I was craving vegetables so much. So maybe I'd actually prefer a peach.
Colin on Facebook said, tricky one. For me, a real peach at its prime is unbeatable. Sweet, juicy, vaguely sexual in a weird way. Amanda feels vindicated. Everything
Thanks, Colin.
You could want from a soft fruit. Ice cream is great, but here's what it has over the peach. A bad peach is a disappointment. Hard, tasteless waste of time, so it is. But bad ice cream? Well, that's still pretty damn good. The highest pinnacle of ice cream will never beat the best peach in the universe, but for the sheer consistent taste, I've got to go for the ice cream. Fancy some ice cream now? Fish food, I think. Yeah, that sounds good. Claire, can we have some ice cream sometime? I'll be good. Listener, I bought fish food. It's in the freezer.
I prefer Cherry Garcia myself, but fish food also good. Coral on Facebook says, I'm sure a juicy peach would be refreshing, but you can only have so much freeze-dried ice cream. It's time for the real thing. Give me all the chocolate and peanut butter ice cream you have, which, also so good. Ooh, peanut butter and ice cream.
Blech, peanut butter. Blech.
Oh, it's so good.
Emily on Facebook said, ice cream is always good. Too bad I can't combine it with peaches because that's good too.
That is good, but Emily knows the ways of Would You Rather now, or by now.
She does.
Candace on Facebook said, I would rather have the fruit. I love fruit, and you would get more out of it than the ice cream.
Brie on Facebook said, oh, this is easy. Give me some real vanilla bean ice cream and toppings. Peaches are slimy gross.
Oh. Yeah,
I bet Brie peels her peaches.
Drew on Facebook says, give me the ice cream.
Fair. Krillin and Lefroy on Threads says, ice cream, preferably Bluebell ice cream Neapolitan, homemade vanilla, Dutch chocolate and strawberries and homemade vanilla. All my favourites in one carton.
That's really nice.
My question is, how big's the carton?
It's big enough to put a full-size mannequin and or a corpse in.
Holding ice cream.
Yes. You open the box and it's a corpse holding ice cream. At Lilac Corpse Garden on TikTok said, fresh fruit would be so good. What are you picking?
I'm going to go peaches. Don't get us wrong, I enjoy ice cream.
Sure.
But I'm going to go for peaches because, yeah, a good peach, it's very satisfying. It's juicy, it's lovely. And then it's got the furry skin on, which you leave on because it's interesting. Yes. I don't even mind a tinned peach.
Yes, same. I like all of them. I like all
peaches. I am not against a peach in any way, shape or form. So yeah, I'm gonna go for a peach. I like ice cream, but I'm not like a craver of ice cream.
Yeah. I think I might also pick peach, but I would really prefer it if it were any other fruit or vegetable, I think, in the question. Not that I don't like peaches, because I do. But, like, she also ate green beans. And, man, I love green beans. And she also ate mashed potatoes with lots of butter. I love mashed potatoes with lots of butter. Like,
I mean, she also said cheese, and the reason I didn't put cheese in the would you rather was because it's obvious it's going to be cheese.
Right, yes.
Which is, again, the same reason we didn't put meat in the question. Because if you're vegetarian, you're obviously not going to pick
meat. And in these two, they were compared, like, together.
Yes, they are comparable.
I wonder, though, like, how much ice cream versus one peach? It's only one. Is it like
I would say the scoop is probably the same size as the peach.
I feel like you could probably make a peach last longer than real ice cream. And, it's not freeze-dried ice cream. It's real creamy ice cream.
Yeah, because if you leave it too long, it's going to be ice cream soup.
Yeah. So I think I'm going to go for peach just for the longevity. Because you can cut a peach in half.
Mm-hmm.
You can quarter it. You can have it. You can spread it out.
Can't really. And then you take the pip, and then you make more peaches.
It's true. You do. Yes.
I mean, it's going to take a long time. You're committing.
It is. But you can eventually have more peaches. I wonder, though, like, if we did choose ice cream, which ice cream would you choose? You could pick any ice cream in the entire world.
I genuinely do not have a favourite flavour ice cream.
You don't even have a favourite flavour? Not chocolate. Okay.
No, I'm not the biggest... Considering my BMI, I am not the biggest chocolate fan. I like chocolate. I eat chocolate on occasion. I've had quite a lot this Christmas. It's because it's been there. But I would not actively pick a chocolate ice cream. I think I'm a Bobby Basic vanilla girl.
My favourite ice cream, hands down, is cherry. I love cherry ice cream.
I don't like it because I don't like the fake taste of it.
I do. I like it more than I like strawberry ice cream.
I like the option with vanilla. You can put different sauces and toppings on.
Yeah.
And it'll change the flavour of it.
Yeah.
You can get like a really nice caramel toffee one. That's quite nice, but yeah.
I think if I chose vanilla, I would have to put something in it or on it or around it. Not that I don't like just plain vanilla ice cream, because that's also delicious. But I mean, like Coral said, chocolate and peanut butter. Good. Yeah. Cookie dough.
I like cookie dough. I'd rather eat cookie.
Cookies and cream.
Yeah. I had a really nice Eton Mess one once, and it had proper meringue pieces in. That was really nice.
I don't think that's something we can get in the United States.
No, you'd have to make it. Basically, you'd have to just make it yourself. Like with vanilla ice cream and meringue pieces and raspberry compote.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, I am boring, and I like a soft scoop from the ice cream van on occasion, like a very rare occasion. Wait, we call them, if you get them with the flake chocolate on it, we call them 99s in the UK. I don't know why. Everybody says, oh, because they used to cost 99 pence. I've never known them to be costing 99 pence. I could Google the answer, but I prefer living the mystery.
Yeah, I think that's better that way.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Okay. Would you rather be a lone salvager or work in a team?
If it's an effective team, and I'm not going to get pissed off and wound up by other people, I'll work in a team. Otherwise, leave me alone. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Ugh. If you're going to put in equal amount of work, and we have clear responsibilities, clear duties, clear timescales, clear task management, I'll work in the team. Otherwise, just leave me goddamn alone. I'll get on with it.
I think I would probably prefer to work alone if time was not a factor. Because I could spend all my time sorting through things, looking at stuff in the wreckage. You know, I'm sure I have tools to help me since I'm working alone. So I'd be able to lift and move heavy stuff if I need to. But if we're like on a time crunch, if we only have a certain amount of time, say the ship is about to fall into a river of lava, I would probably prefer to work in a team.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm quite happy just to work by myself with an audiobook on or something. Just crack on.
Yeah. I think ultimately I'm gonna work alone.
Yeah. I'm fairly antisocial when it comes to teamwork. I don't mind teamwork. You know, I've led project teams. I've been part of a lot of project teams, and you know, at work you still are part of a wider team, and you still work on lots of projects. But I've worked on teams where people just wound me up.
Yeah.
We have a goal. Let's achieve the goal. I think I did one of those tests, and it was like I was a driver, which means that if you have the objective and you have all the tools and everything, you just get on with it. You just want to get the job done, and that's it. That's how I like to do. If I just get the job done, I would rather spend time getting work done and then know the job's finished, and then say, oh well, I've got 3 hours of my shift left. Oh, I can take my time doing the rest.
Yeah.
You know, then hurry to achieve it and work the 11th hour. Though I am also conflictingly a procrastinator. Work that one out.
Yeah, that's a little confusing.
It really is. I think it depends on if the task floats my boat.
Yes. I like to get stuff done as quickly as I can, as quickly and efficiently and, you know, concisely and as well done as I can. But if I have to do something at the last minute, I can.
Yeah. I think it's the getting started for me.
Yeah.
I think that's the main thing. So, I mean, my example at the moment, not talking about work, would be the latest summary I'm writing. I could have started it probably a week or two ago, but I decided to take some time off, read some books and listen to some audiobooks for myself, you know, to not worry about summarising on days when I want to spend it with my family or watching a movie with them. So I actively made that decision to procrastinate and to put it off until I started it. And now that I've started it, I'm getting on with it.
Yeah.
So it's weighing up the time management option as well.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of those decisions, and you're probably very similar, you do them without thinking about it and going, right, yeah, I can afford the time now. As long as I have that my deadline is this day.
Yes.
That is, I'm giving myself a grace period until that particular point. Yeah. And it could be a day, it could be a week, it could be a month, it could be an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay.
Next question. Would you rather salvage scrap on a planet or on a ghost ship?
Oh.
I'm picking ghost ship. We've seen the horror movies in both of these instances.
Yes. Yeah.
But a ghost ship has the word ghost in it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think in this case though, the ghost ship would probably have an alien in it.
I'll tell you right now, if I see any kind of dripping acid blood, saliva, I'm off there. I'm gone. Leave.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm also going to choose ghost ship, mostly for the compact nature of it. Like a whole planet versus one singular ghost ship. Also, I might encounter an alien. In both places, really, but
you won't encounter a lava tube in the ghost ship, in theory.
Yeah. I think I just want to be Ripley.
Yeah. She keeps coming up in conversation lately. The latest conversation was what fictional character, non-Lord of the Rings character, would be able to successfully take the ring into Mordor and destroy it. And Ripley's name came up.
Yeah, I could see that.
So I'm going to leave that with you to think about. I have my answers, but yeah, it's got nothing to do with what we're talking about right now.
Honestly, I'm pretty sure Captain America could do it.
Probably. Such a good two-shoe.
We'll have to think more about that later. We'll have to expand upon it. Maybe in our
I'll put it in the
Discord chat. It's amazing. Okay. Would you rather be a salvager or a spy? Spy. Immediately, spy. Immediately.
Yeah. It's intriguing. I mean, salvage is probably quite interesting to some respects.
Yeah.
But no, I want to be a spy.
I feel like a spy requires me to use my brain. And a lot of the times my brain works better than my body does.
Oh, my body does not work, so salvage is right out.
Yeah. Yeah, so I want to be a spy. Because, like, when you're a spy, you can wear different outfits. You can dress up in a costume. You can be completely in disguise.
You get to do that walk where you take off the wig, take off the glasses, pull somebody's hat off them, and, you know, you get to do the change of outfit as you walk away sassily.
Yes.
Bad boss bitch.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. Which is important. You've got to do the bad boss with.
Yeah, for sure.
Bad boss bitch walk.
For sure.
Okay. Last question. Would you rather climb up the cliff or jump without oxygen?
Fuck. I don't want to do either one of those things.
No, I'm going to jump without oxygen though, because climbing up that cliff, I mean, we've already established I physically am not good.
I feel like I have a higher chance. No, that's not true. I was going to say I feel like I have a higher chance of dying immediately without oxygen, but like you're climbing a cliff above a river of lava. With earthquakes.
Move.
With earthquakes and volcanoes.
Just takes one misstep. One bad handhold.
But no, I'm choosing the cliff because my jets work. I'm just pretending that they don't. So I'm climbing the cliff. Duh. Why? I didn't even think about it. I'm climbing the cliff. I'm going to like secretly turn my jets on too, just like a little bit. So it looks like I'm climbing, but I really have to exert like no effort. I'm going to climb the cliff.
I love loopholes.
Love a loophole. I do. And I'm using them. Climbing up the cliff. I'll share my jetpack with you.
Okay.
I'll carry you.
I'll climb the cliff.
Yeah, climb the cliff. Yeah, okay. All right. If you liked this, try this. What are you going to suggest?
Well, as part of this, that feels like we should recommend the Across the Universe series by Beth Revis.
So good.
Because it's so good, and we've already covered it. So
yes.
Highly recommend. But what I'm actually going to do, because tis the season still, technically, we are in the window of the season, where I love an anthology.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Beth Revis just happens to have 7 science fiction short stories in the Future collection. Only 193 pages, and there's 7 short stories in it. And we have actually covered one of them on...
God, I forgot about that. Oh my God. That was
it's
so
The Girl
long
and the
ago.
Machine. And it's really, really good.
That was so long ago.
Oh, yes. It was alive, wasn't it?
I think, was it like our first live?
It might have been.
Fuck.
God, we're going down memory lane.
Oh, man.
I know.
Ah, so good. Yay, Beth Revis.
But anywho, there's 7 short stories. Doctor, Patient, Confidentiality, The Most Precious Memory, The Girl and the Machine, which, go back into the Fictional Hangover archive for that one. Lag, The Turing Test, Malfunction, and As They Slip Away. And I'm not going to read out the bits and pieces. Just
trust us.
And trust us and read it and enjoy.
Yes.
And it's an anthology, so it gives you a nice taste.
It does. It does.
Talent.
Yeah.
So there we go. But also Across the Universe series. Episodes 153 onwards. Go for it. Do it. Anywho, what have you got?
Book 2.
Fair.
Look, I'm cheating. I'm cheating this time. I'm cheating, and I am going to suggest How to Steal a Galaxy, Book 2, in this trilogy.
Do you know what? I'm going to take that recommendation.
I think that you should. This one, it was just released on December 3rd, so it could potentially have been a new and indie spotlight, but just wait, friends. So, the summary. Ada had no intention whatsoever to continue working for the rebel group that hired her to retrieve the government's plans for a nanobot climate cleaner if they weren't willing to pay her for it. But then they offer a different perk. An undercover mission to a charity gala where Ryan will be in attendance. Ryan, meanwhile, has volunteered his services for the gala, believing that the rare items up for auction will attract Ada's eye. Hoping to catch her in the act and pin her with a punishable crime, Ryan has no idea what Ada's really after. Also, it got oddly sexual there.
It really did.
Catch her in the act, pin her. Punishable crime.
You're thinking about the peeling the peach again,
peeling the peach. I'm sorry I'm doing that. I'm sorry. Ryan does not deserve that from me. I'm sorry, Ryan. I'm sorry.
No, he's such a wet blanket.
But he's got beautiful hazel eyes. It's very important.
He's got beautiful hazel eyes and real peaches.
And real shaved peaches.
Anywho, I have suspicions about what the new and indie spotlight is because you were not subtle. Go on.
I wasn't subtle. Okay, my new and indie spotlight is suggesting book 3 of this trilogy. Is that cheating? I don't care. Last Chance to Save the World comes out April 8th. After a few weeks trapped on board a spaceship with Ada and, oh look, there's only one bed, Ryan has to admit that maybe Ada's rebels have a point. The nanobots poised to be unleashed on Earth are infected with malware that will ultimately leave the residents of Earth in a worse position than they're in now. But is it too late? Ryan and Ada arrive on Earth with little time to spare. Together, they have to break into a high-security facility and infect the nanobots with a counter-virus before they're released in order to give Earth a fighting chance. And if Ada happens to notice some great tech lying around in this high-security facility she shouldn't have access to, and then happens to steal a bunch of it when Ryan's not looking, well, he knew who she was before he teamed up with her. And if he wants it back, he's gonna have to catch her first. I can't wait for it to come out. I'm so excited.
I want him to become a bad guy. I want him to become, less straight-laced.
Yes.
I want him to go, you know what? Let's team up and do this together.
Yes. Okay, that's it for this episode of Fictional Hangover, the very first one of 2025. Hooray! Yeah! I'm Amanda.
And I'm Claire.
Join us next time as we discuss 5 Broken Blades by May Corland. Everyone go back, by the way, to that new and indie spotlight we had with her. That was really awesome. We got to talk about this one before it came out. Look out for our Would You Rather polls and monthly challenges on social media. Don't forget about our book club on Discord. Seriously, go there right now. Be sure to visit our shop on Redbubble at fictionalhangover.redbubble.com for all your favorite Fictional Hangover themed merchandise and become a patron of ours on Patreon at patreon.com/fictionalhangover. Until next time, remember, the only cure for a fictional hangover is another book.
You can find us at fictionalhangover.com and follow us on all social media at Fictional Hangover. If you like this episode, check out our others and be sure to rate, review and subscribe so you don't miss out. Thanks for listening.